Adam Rose Farmer Incorporation in Santa Barbara County recalled red leaf lettuce, green leaf lettuce, and cauliflower products harvested on November 27, 2018. E. coli is a bacteria commonly found in the intestines of humans and other animals, where it usually causes no harm. Some strains can cause people severe food poisoning, especially in old people and children.
People have become sick in California, Connecticut, New Jersey, and other states. 52 people in 15 states have been sick since October. The FDA and the Center for Disease Control Prevention warned consumers to stay away from all romaine lettuce, but the FDA said the investigation was focused on California and Mexico. No deaths have been reported.
The CDC determined that the central coastal growing regions of northern and central California were the likely source of the outbreak.
The CDC stated that it is okay to eat romaine lettuce as long as it did not come from these areas.
The CDC still has not found the official source of the contaminated lettuce.
As of December, 52 people from 15 states were infected with E. coli, with New Jersey and California tying for the highest number of cases.
4 cases were reported in Bergen County, and 1 case was reported in Morris, Ocean, Sussex, Union, Mercer, Essex, and Hudson County.
When I was first presented with this idea of ECC, I was told that I had the opportunity to receive an associate's degree, 64 credits. And I believe that once you're given the opportunity, you just have to take it. Like, there's no saying no to that, because free college classes and free credits, if you do good in the class, I mean, that's such an exceptional program, and you have to take a part of that program.
The benefits of ECC, aside from the 64 credits we graduate with, is honestly just the experience. It really helps you better prepare for college, as well as saving so much money, 2 years worth of tuition, and the connections that you make along the way. Openly, freely talk about this, like, you know, I graduated 2 years ahead of what I should have because of a program like this that did come from a Newark public school in comparison to this. So it's just the fact that I get to talk about something like this, and, you know, I can say it with pride. Yes, I went to ESET, but I also completed a dual enrollment program that allowed me to finish with 64 college credits. It's just really surreal. ECC was the fact that this was an initiative that would allow me to graduate not only with a high school degree, but with an associate's degree in college. It was just a motivation to finish faster. ECC has served sort of as a stepping stone towards my future, but also helped to get my brothers to also follow in my footsteps and continue towards the path of a higher education class. And from that, I knew that I wanted to pursue something along the lines of psychology. So I feel like having that experience really early on gave me a head start, a bigger head start than a lot of the other students in my class, because a lot of them were still going into college not knowing what they wanted to do, even though we, as a junior, as a senior, be able to learn how to make these relationships with your professors, how to learn to have different relationships with your peers, with staff within the school also. Since we went to the ECC campus, we also, like, you know, had the opportunity to like talk to staff over there and just like learn how to make relationships, build up on your network, so it helps you a lot with like personal growth.
What college can be for students, and especially because of those students who don't believe in themselves, like ECC can push you to do well and to do good in college courses, and it opens up an idea that, oh, I can get an associate's degree, I can go for my bachelor's, and just keep moving on forward. All the math courses that I took, it was pretty easy. and I was like, okay, so I do want to go pursue something towards math, and that actually helped me to come with the idea that I wanted to be an engineer. Well, I mean, ECC, like, again, the workload, but not only that, like, just having in your mind that you're a college student while being in high school, that just gives you, like, more motivation to not only finish high school, but finish the college courses as well. Well, ECC opens you up to, like, more connections. ECC helps you, like, know more people. So once you know more people, you get to, like, experience new things and have an open mindset of what can come towards you, like, jobs or.
So I was taking classes with a bunch of juniors and seniors, and they were all looking at me like, what's this little girl doing in this class? So a lot of them would ask me, like, how are you doing this? Did you start school early? Like, did you skip a couple of grades? So then I'd explain to them the program, like dual enrollment, the situation that I was in, and they'd be completely surprised. They'd ask me where I'm from, I'd say Newark, and their faces would just completely, like, stay blank. They're like, Newark? I'm from Tom's River, I'm from Brunswick, I'm from such and such place, I've never heard of such thing. So it's always like this really amazing feeling whenever people just look at me and they're like, you're from Newark and you completed this program?
Hey you, come here. Why are you late to my class?
I'm sorry I woke up late.
You know what? I don't even care. Just go sit down.
Anyway, the party was wild. The dude got blackout drunk, ended up falling off the table. So when we drove all the way to the hospital, we found out that he like actually died. Like his mom was sitting there and she was crying. It was like so crazy. But yeah, anyway, I want to go to another party though. Hold on. Hey, that's a cute sweater that you have. Yeah, anyway, do you want to come sit with us? Are you serious? No, I mean stay away from us. The bathroom's open and I'll make sure we wait for you. I'm sorry I woke up late and I just had to walk to school.
I understand, but listen, your grades are not good, so if you need help, just come talk to me, okay? I'll tutor you after school if you need it, whatever you need, okay?
I'll think about it.
Hey, I saw you sitting here alone and I just want to say like, hey, what's up?
Oh, hi.
Hey, Bridget!
Yeah?
Want to ride to McDonald's?
Time rolls by, but it's as humans never stop and realize their lives are lies built up inside waiting to truly come
Here
alive.
at Kauai High School, student Dallas Albao writes and shares his poems to cope with this challenge he has faced for the past few years.
I guess I could say poetry to me is an outlet. a whole brightened future destined for a tutor on how to see life as true. I love to write, and I love to just be able to express myself within writing. So if you didn't know, I had to go through depression throughout 5 years, and things are always feeling like they're harder than they should be. Like, let's just say your average late assignment. It's me letting down the teachers, my family, my friends, and then I'll pile on all this stuff which makes everything much, much worse. I focus on others more than I ever focus on myself. The way I overcome all of this dilemma would be through poetry. Being able to tell them how it is I'm feeling, and throughout all of my time, I've always looked for someone that can understand what it is I feel. Just as, weightlifting is an outlet to me, all this stuff, it's a way for me to just share my heart out, share all that I'm feeling, just every last bit of me. I get to share all within one story.
Dallas has been a part of his school's media class for 2 years and has entered his videos into competitions. He enjoys the art of storytelling through personal narrative and relating it back to his own personal story.
Recently, I just did the Olelo video. I made sure I took a video of something that really connects to me and will be representative of what it is I'm trying to tell. So what I chose was the moon. With the lightness of gas burning all that stands. Take into mind I'm a nice guy doing nice things at the wrong times. Everyone here sees me as a clown but never bothered to see what's behind this mask of mine. So there's times where you'll see that full moon glisten within the sky, and it'll always be there and it'll always lighten your way. But then there's times where the clouds will roll in and the light will kind of get blurred, but you can still see the light.
Through the rush of his emotions, his poem's chaotic beginnings gradually leads to a calm and comforting ending, symbolizing that throughout the cloudy journey, there is hope.
Lately, I've been a lot happier. When I'm talking to one of my friends, I'll be talking to them and we'll be having all these different laughs, and it's something that I can feel happy about, that at least I'm getting to do something for them, that they get to live a little happier within their days. Usually for me, it's when I write a poem or I speak out, that light begins to come back. My future, I kind of want to stay away from potential harm. And what I plan on doing is hopefully going into school or just traveling the world, sharing my story, or telling a tale for people to connect with and grow with.
So, how are you?
I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm always okay. I want to know why I'm not good. I do the math. I do the homework. I do the dishes. I do the laundry. I do what's expected. But still, why am I only okay? I have great friends. I have a great family. But I don't know what it's like to feel great. I'm happy with my life, but not okay with myself. What if I tried new things? Maybe I'll be great then. Maybe I'll be happy with myself. Right? Wrong. I tried new things. I changed my sense of style. That only made me feel like someone I wasn't. I ditched school. That only made me feel guilty. I hung out with new people. That only made me feel out of place. I got a tattoo. That only made me feel scarred.
Hunter? Hunter, what is that?
It's nothing.
It's a tattoo, that's what it is. You've been acting so different lately.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have. You've been dressing differently, you haven't been coming to school, you're not even hanging out with us, and now you have a tattoo?
Yeah, but...
But nothing. Do the math, Hunter. You're trying to be someone you're not. This isn't you.
Get out.
But Hunter...
Just get out.
Fine.
I thought being okay wasn't okay. I thought that if I changed myself, I would be good, great, better, someone worthwhile. But that's not the case. Now I realize that I don't have to change myself. I can just be myself, and that's okay.
Hey, can I sit here? Sure.
So, how are you?
I'm okay, and that's okay.
So I was one of 4 people around the kitchen table that started the Elizabeth River Project, and the river was so polluted, people had given up on it. They thought it was dead.
Activities do you do to help clean up the river?
I'll turn to my colleague.
Yeah. So we have a range of restoration projects. We work oftentimes with homeowners to implement best management practices, BMPs as we like to call them, such as living shorelines. So that essentially helps to rebuild your native wetland, and then the wetland is just a wonderful sink for nitrogen, phosphorus, sedimentation that we're trying to reduce the levels of those nutrients from going into the river. We also work with homeowners to install rain gardens, another way to reduce those nutrients that are in excess in the river. Rain barrels. We also do a lot of oyster restoration work. As you know, oysters are a wonderful water purifier, so we like to utilize them in the native populations there in the river as well.
We're a collective impact model, which is kind of a buzzword these days in the nonprofit world for many different interests working together to achieve results. And we've been recognized by the Stanford Social Innovation Review a couple of times nationally for that. So the power of everybody working together, whether it's 5,000 homes we call Riverstar Homes, or the businesses that we call Riverstar Businesses, or our 180 schools, and the thousands of students who help us. It takes everybody. We have a watershed action plan that spells out what the river needs, and it's everything from a top priority of cleaning up the contamination on the river bottom to making pollution prevention the business standard here, to engaging 25,000 citizen soldiers, we call them, who are doing right by the river at their home and in their schools and in the community.
I am a woman.
I am strong. I am resilient. I am capable. I can rise to the challenge.
We are independent.
I am not weak.
I am not thoughtless. I am not just looks.
We are not accessories.
I am more than just a stereotype.
I am more than a rumor.
I am human.
I have feelings. I have dreams. I have metas.
We are going to be successful. I am a woman.
Here at Piscataway High School, we have thriving arts programs with many enthusiastic participants. I'm Dia Patel for Kid Witness News, and although our school might provide these artistic opportunities, the arts are not so widely accepted as a practical interest. Our school offers arts electives, ranging from performing to visual arts. However, these programs are constantly at risk from local and federal government. Since 1992, the funding for the National Endowment for the Arts has gone down by $30 million. In February of 2018, the proposed 2019 budget called for cutting NEA's budget from $150 million to only $29 million. Many people want to strip away the arts despite their benefits, especially on high school students. We talked to multiple teachers and students involved with the arts to hear their opinions on the significance of these programs.
I think the arts are super important because it allows you to engage your left brain and it gives you like a little outlet aside from all of the STEM and right brain studies.
I believe it's important to have these programs because there is a large amount of our population that gravitate towards these performing arts. If we were to lose these programs, you would lose representing the interests and the excitement of the vast majority of the kids that come through a traditional educational system.
Like being able to be a part of an arts program, it's like something where you just do stress-free, like no pressure. You're not thinking about like, how is this going to help me get a career later on? It's just doing it because you love it and because you get to express yourself.
It's really just been beneficial to me personally and emotionally because it's helped me harness my emotions and use them to portray songs and everything.
Instead of just learning facts, I think it's important to learn about life and how to deal with emotions, and I think that the arts are the perfect venue for it.
A UCLA study showed that students involved with the arts improve their social skills, self-expression, motivation, attitude development, and self-confidence. And that does not go unnoticed. Everyone agreed on a common virtue that the students can gain through the arts.
Really, it's about building confidence.
Confidence.
I have definitely built up my confidence.
Obviously confidence, it's helped me a lot just to be able to be in front of other people and like speak in class or just like walk down the street and not be like conscious about what people might be thinking about me.
I have seen students suddenly come out of their shells, be confident, become who they're supposed to be in many ways. It's one of the best things to watch a student do.
The students and teachers have conflicting opinions on the school support for these programs. Students did not see much support from the administration, but the teachers did.
I think our school, our administration, on the ground level right here at the high school, they do a great job of trying to support those programs in so much as they can within the dictates of what's been placed before them.
They clearly favor the athletics and think that that's what they should be pushing, when in reality, like, why aren't the arts just as important as the athletics?
Overall, it is clear that arts programs are very rewarding for both teachers and students.
After our Saturday show of Damn Yankees, just because like everyone was like crying and it was very emotional and we were like, in this very room, but at the same time it was just like a gratifying moment because all my work these last 2 years, like it paid off, and just to be with like that group of people, and like we really did become a family. So even though it was like sad to say goodbye, it was just like such like a warm experience.
And I enjoy working together with people to create something that's beautiful and that can be shared with others and impressed upon others. And I love how choir is just like a whole big family.
With just these experiences, it's clear that the arts programs provide many benefits to students and teachers. So many students thrive with these programs, and it would be unfair to take them away. Preserving the arts should be an issue we all care about. For Kid Witness News, this is Dia Patel signing off.
Tragedy.
Devastation.
Depressing.
Scary.
Horrific.
Disaster.
Very dangerous. Violent. Absolutely violent. It was almost like it was alive and angry. It was exciting. It was frightening. The damage was extensive. I don't think my house or the neighborhood or anybody in this town are ever going to be the same. We had oak trees that were twisted out of the ground looked like candy canes. They were thrown into the air, they were dropped on cars and buildings.
And there's a lot of damage everywhere. People living in tents, RVs, houses are destroyed. I mean, my house is flattened, so yeah.
Kind of threw it into a spiral.
It's a learning experience for a lot of people. I remember the first sounds we heard the next day were the rotors of the helicopter blades from the Coast Guard sweeping over the neighborhood.
Kind of thought we were going to die in St. Huh?
There was no Wi-Fi, there was no internet, there was no information, there was no phone. There was nothing. So my wife and I learned to camp for the next, say, 18 to 20 days. We learned how to camp. We haven't recovered the normal life. We still haven't recovered. We're still augmenting the way we live in order to get around the damages and the necessities of daily living. The National Guard came, and the power workers from all over the country. That was fantastic. We're still putting things together, but we have power now. We have electricity now.
We're starting to get there. We're starting to get back into the daily routine, going to school, going to work.
Now we walk the streets. Every night we have to be back by dark because there's a curfew. And individuals that are neighbors for years never met each other. We reach out and help each other. There's a community bond, and we're still in need of help. I mean, and we still need to help each other.
Okay, after about 3 hours, the truck is off the highway and into the driveway. Second phase of this job is now getting through these trees.
are in danger, and specifically the real problem for us humans is that they are pollinators. We love honey, but that's not their main role in agriculture. So a lot of honeybees are cultivated as domestic organisms, right? Just like we make cows to produce milk, we make honeybees to pollinate different agricultural products that we eat, like almonds, like tomatoes, like a lot of our foods. Last year was the first time that a bee made the endangered species list, and that's because it's no longer in New Jersey and in a lot of other states. We used to have this bee called the rusty patch bumblebee, and it also is a pollinator, but it's not domesticated. It's a wild bee.
You guys that don't know, basically it's when a bee goes like from one flower to the other, right? That looks like they're just eating, right, to most people, but they're not eating. They're actually collecting pollen on their feet, and that pollen gets brought from one flower to the other, and that's how pollination happens, right? Pollination. So they go from flower to flower to flower, and that fertilizes the flower. So what kind of things do you think gets pollinated? What kind of fruits and vegetables and stuff? What do you guys think? Not everything. Well, a lot of things, yeah. But what kind of stuff that you use?
What kind of fruit? Orange, maybe?
You can say, yeah, whatever. Strawberries, yeah.
What's that strawberry?
Strawberries.
That's a good one, Mike.
What else?
Strawberry.
Anything with flour?
Blueberries?
Blueberries. How many people here eat avocados?
Avocado.
Thank a honeybee. How many people here eat almonds?
I love almonds.
Thank a honeybee.
Are you serious? For almonds?
Right? Apples. You eat apples?
Yes, apples.
Honeybees.
I told you that. I told you that.
So, yeah, you know, a good percentage of the fruit and like tomatoes and all this other stuff that you guys eat is pollinated by honeybees, right? Honeybees are the biggest pollinating group of any insect. Without honeybees, and you know, I'll talk about why it's important to protect them. Without honeybees, guess how much you guys would be paying for one apple? $10, $11? Yeah. Because if you could imagine all the work that they do pollinating to make each apple would be the same amount of work that a person would have to do with a little tiny Q-tip to pollinate each flower.
Whoa. I cannot believe that bees are literally something very essential for our life. It's in our food source, it's in our vegetables and our fruits. It's literally on this apple. I eat one of these every day. I feel so relatable to bees. Like, they create the sweetness that's in this fruit. It's amazing knowing how bees are so relatable. And check this out. If you guys are very curious, come here. Like nurtured bees, and like you can tell that this is wood and everything, but look at them. They're just all contributing together to make the honey right there and put it in. All this can create the sweetness to something like this. I can't believe it. This is so cool. I can really relate to bees now. Anyways, I hope you guys really have a good interest in bees also, because they're amazing, honestly. They're one of the biggest, most crucialest creature we need to have in this world. And if they die off, we are literally nothing. No more sweet stuff. Literally this. Amazing.
Nelson Mandela once said, "No one is born hating another person because of the color of their skin, background, or religion. People learn to hate. And if they can learn to hate, They can be taught to love. But love comes more naturally to the human heart than its opposite. Sometimes a price will be paid to learn that valuable life lesson.
Y'all need to go back to where you came from.
First, me and you gonna take care of some business.
No, matamos a todos esos tontos negros.
Ricardo Escobar, is that you? Obadiah Smith, is that you too?
Out of respect, Mr. James, but this does not concern you.
What you know about respect? You think those disrespected us in our own barrio.
Disrespected? This ain't your neighborhood, homie. You can't even speak the language. Yeah, you think you own the hood? All you good for is cutting grass and picking fruit.
Both of y'all sound like fools. You act like your people ain't never picked cotton before. What are y'all laughing at? Y'all out here trying to kill each other for what? Over respect? For turf? You brown, and you just a darker brown. We're all brothers.
Brothers? Man, stop saying we're brothers. These black fools are not my brothers.
Like I said before, that's all foolishness. And foolish minds can be changed. Stupid ones can't.
Mr. James, you better leave right now, because it doesn't matter what you say, we're still gonna kill these black fools.
Mr. James, you better get out of the way. I do have a problem with these greasy Mexicans.
I used to be foolish just like y'all, till I had to learn the valuable truth. We all the same. We all bleed red. I don't care what color we are. The only difference between us is what's in your heart. Brothers, I was blinded by hatred, and I used to hate everybody that wasn't the same skin color as mine, especially Mexicans. I used to be a gangster until one day I got into a fight with this Mexican kid named Miguel Ramirez. I hated him and he hated me, and I wanted to kill him. After high school, we both got drafted in the Army, and they sent us to Vietnam. Come to find out, they put us both in the same platoon. I still hated him. It didn't take long. We learned we had to fight together. It didn't matter he was Mexican or I was black. We were fighting to stay alive. We both wanted to get back home. We became best friends. We had to rely on each other to survive that war. We were like this. The color of our skin didn't matter anymore. He was a good man with a big heart. The enemy was about to cut off my head. And then my Mexican brother gave up his life to save mine. I've learned there's no greater love than this, for one to lay down one's life for his friend. Remember, what separates us as a people, brothers, is not the color of our skin, but it's what's in our heart.
Yo, man, my heart is black, just like your skin, and I'm tired of hearing your stupid stories.
Mr. James, how you doing? These two have been here all night. I told them family only. They say they're your brothers.
My brother. You see, despite what you may think, or what the world tells you to think, our skin color shouldn't come between us. It shouldn't separate us. Because the truth is, brothers, we all the same. We all bleed red.
Daniel.
What have you been doing? Any problems or any... So Daniel, you don't look so good. Do you want to have a test before you go?
Yes.
I'm sorry. You have a tumor. You have 2 weeks to live.
Really? If I had, the first time I saw you, if I would have had an interpreter, I would have known what to do to survive. I would have known how to remove this tumor, the cancer. If you have another deaf patient like me and they have cancer, they would die without an interpreter. They might sue you.
I always liked the first day of school. It was cool to see my friends. Jared's my best friend. Well, there he is. That's Luis. They call him the dump truck. But only behind his back. He's a jerk most of the time. He's always looking for a fight. How did a guy in just 15 years get to be so mean?
Dang, sucks to be him. Alright.
I didn't know that this year I would be the one fighting back. This was one of the worst semesters I ever had.
Hey, get out the way. Hey, knock it off. Back to your seat. I'm gonna get you after class. All right, enough. You, back to your seat. Look who's here. Thought so, punk.
I should have asked for help, but I don't know why I thought I could handle it by myself. After what they did to me, I was completely confused. I should have remembered that kids usually never say anything to an adult about being bullied.
Hey, what's up, man? Wait, what happened?
Nothing, bro.
Dude, your eye, what happened?
Don't worry about it. I'll just take care of myself.
Hey, mister.
Yes?
I have to talk to you.
Come on in.
Alright. Thank you.
Yep.
It seemed like every time I was alone, Luis and his friends would be waiting for me, like they were planning.
Christmas came early. Just give it back, bro. Nah, thanks for the skateboard, bro. Just give it back.
He just wouldn't stop.
Just give me my skateboard back. I'm tired of you messing with me.
I knew I was at my break.
You want your skateboard back?
I started
What you
thinking,
doing?
how could I stop Luis from messing with me? Deep down, I felt all alone. I couldn't believe what I was about to do. Never in a million years did I think I would go this far. Before I knew it, he was bothering me every day. It was constant. I would wake up feeling sick to my stomach. Why me? How come I'm the one? I knew the way to stop him was to scare him.
Look who's here. Hey, you missing your skateboard?
Fortunately, dreams can't hurt people. I put my dad's gun back. My best friend came to the rescue. Tomorrow I meet with the counselor. He says he can help. I wonder if this isn't karma paying me back for not helping that kid on the first day when Luis had him pinned to the lock. All I could do was ask if he was okay.
Can I come in?
I know I should have stepped in like my friend Jared stepped in and got help for me. But I didn't. I won't let that happen again. Next time I see bullying or I get bullied, I'm going to tell someone what's going on. Remember, bullying is about the bully making a bad choice. It's not my fault or yours.
My name is Arla, and I am in 10th grade. It's scary to see all those mean things being said about immigrants on the news. Kids being separated from their families. Even in my own community, I hear a lot of things being said about immigrants. I wonder if people would just stop to think of them as people, not immigrants. I'd like you to meet a very special immigrant.
My name is Ignacio Alcalá. I'm from Durango, Mexico. I grew up in a poor community. The house that I grew up in was made out of wood and cardboard, which was built by my dad when I was approximately 4 years old. The bathroom was outside, separate from the house. It was one big room, which me and my siblings share. I have 5 sisters and 1 brother, and the same room was the kitchen. Also, I remember working for my dad for free, which that was very helpful because I learned a lot from him, and that's how I started to build up hard work ethic.
Lo que me ha contado Ignacio de cómo fue su vida en México, un poco difícil económicamente. Él quería superarse y fue que decidió emigrar a Estados Unidos.
It was a tough journey for Ignacio.
When I came to this country in 1999, I was 19 years old. I came with my dad, day and night, lacking of food, tired, and it was too cold. When we arrived, we stayed with my uncle, and he let us borrow the living room to sleep in, and I started working with him in landscaping, cutting the grass and cleaning the yard. and things like that. Working for my uncle gives me a lot of experience because besides doing landscaping, he does construction. I knew from Mexico, but the construction in this country is different. So working with him helped me a lot to build that knowledge.
Ignacio is here now, and he's used this tough journey to help him grow, develop, and learn new skills.
About 15 years ago, I started to work by myself, and over the time I expanded, and now I have people working for me.
He began by doing little jobs for me in my home, and we developed a much deeper relationship through that experience.
One of the obstacles that I had to overcome was language, because I had to communicate with my clients. They don't speak any Spanish, and I didn't speak any English, so it was very difficult. That's how I came up with the idea to go to school and study English. After I learned the basic English, I decided to continue school. I went to high school and finished the high school. I graduated from high school, and now I'm in college with the major of the architect.
Oh my gosh, I watched him grow so much as a man and as a father and as a friend in all the ways. Like, he's educated himself, which I'm so proud of.
Un obstáculo que hemos tenido él y yo sería el tiempo, pues ha sido un poco duro en ese aspecto para él por el tiempo, todo lo invertido para sus tareas y el trabajo para traer pues dinero aquí a la casa.
Running a business, family, and school is not easy. It's extremely difficult. When I came back from work, my brain is already done, shut down sometimes. I don't want to know anything about school, but sometimes I have to do it.
Incluso a veces iba a dormir como a las 11, 12 y a las 4 de la mañana ya estaba de nuevo despierto para poder terminar los trabajos que tenía que entregar.
But I did accomplish and get 2 B's and 2 A's, and I'm proud about it. One thing that motivates me are my children.
Ignacio es un excelente padre. Me gusta mucho su forma de llegar a mis hijos y educarlos, animarlos y sobre todo que les da un ejemplo bonito.
Because I want them to go to university, I want them to be someone in the future, and also because I don't want them to have excuse to not study, because if I can do it, of course they can do it too.
You see, immigrants are people. Their brothers, their daughters, sons, their husbands, their dads, and heroes too. I know this because Ignacio is my father. Te quiero mucho, papá.